Hello, people. Yes, I'm going to talk about the movie Harry. Harry, my man, the man Harry picked for the grumpy old gentleman on film. And this is the one he picked. Charade. And this one's on Family DVD Store. Whatever the hell that is. And as far as I know, this movie's, what do you call it? It's in the public domain, is it not? But I've had this movie for years, I guess, years. And Rick and I watched this probably last year, within the last couple of years. With the Bob and Rick show, we watch movies and talk about them and have a pizza and stuff like that. But yeah, we both agreed, Rick and I, that this seems like an awful lot like an Alfred Hitchcock type of movie. You know what I mean? It's like, you could swear it was Alfred Hitchcock did this. A lot of people say that. Alfred Hitchcock, but it wasn't, of course. Anyway, it's this young, very young, sweet-looking dish of a lady. It's in the Swiss Alps, as far as I know, having a holiday. Her friend says, what's the matter? You're a little down in the, She said, I want to get a divorce from my husband. He's ugly and I don't love him anymore. Anyway, she comes across some old fart, right? Some old guy. She's sitting there having a drink and a smoke. And he talks to her. He's an old guy. She's young. He's about 60. She's about 30. I wish that would happen to me sometimes. Me sitting there, right, having a drink, and some bitchin' hot babe would come by and say, how you doing, Bob? But no, that never happens. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So anyway, she says hello, he says hello, and they start flirting with each other, all kind of stuff, right? So anyway, she goes back home to Paris, goes back to her rich husband, her rich apartment. She walks in and the apartment's empty. Emptier than shit. There's nothing left in this apartment. Everything's gone. The frying pan, the clothes, the toilet paper, you name it, it's all gone, right? Empty. Anyway, finds out later, the cops pick her up. Hello, you this? Yeah, she's this. Yeah, that's who I am. Okay, let's go. She goes to the office. Cops talk to her about all these questions. Are you rich? No, I don't know. How much money you got? I don't know. Does your husband have any friends? I don't know. You don't know much, do you? No, she doesn't know much. Anyway, her husband has a funeral. He's laying there dead. Right, just her and her friend sitting there, and a cop. And then walk these guys, right? 3 of them. George Kennedy and James Colburn and I don't know, some other bald-headed guy. But anyway, and then what's his name shows up again, right? Yeah, he shows up. Gary Grant, he's always showing up. He's always showing up. Anyway, somebody killed her husband, right? They threw him off the freaking train, right? He's deader than a doorknob. Now these 3 other guys are looking for her, right? They want the money. They want the $250,000. She says, I don't have the $250,000, right? And then Walter Matthews steps in, right? Yeah, he's a CIA agent, right? So she starts talking to him, right? And all these 3 of them, the 3 other characters are trying to kill her. Anyway, these 3 other guys end up getting bumped off. Somebody's killed these 3 other guys. Was it, you don't know whether it was Walter Matthew or could be Cary Grant. Cary, C-A-R-Y, as in Cary Grant, right? So as time goes by, she's racing around, running around the neighborhood, Paris, and Cary Grant's chasing her and everything like that, and she thinks he's gonna kill her, and anyway. Harry, he picked a fun movie. It's quite all right, this movie. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I haven't seen it for a couple of years. But as in most movies, people, even here in A Grumpy Old Gentleman, myself, I'm not going to give away the ending of the movie, but Gary Grant's like got to be 60 years old, and Audrey, yeah, is it Audrey Hepburn's 30 years old. So it's nice. Those movies always fascinate me, right? Well, the old guy, right, gets the young girl. I love those kind of movies. But yeah, it's Charade. That's Harry's pick. He did a wonderful job. Over and above the old guy and the young girl, that's nitpicking, Bob. I know. What are you going to do? But anyway, there's lots of movies like that. We've already talked about that somewhere. I think that conversation came up somewhere along the line. Or I talked about it, or somebody did. But anyway, yeah, there you go, Harry. So whose pick is it next? What movie are we watching next? That was fun. I haven't seen that, like I said, for a couple of years. Yeah. So Rick and, like I said, Rick and Bob, Bob and Rick watched this, right? And that's what's not been happening in the last few months. There has been no Bob and Rick show. I don't think we've done one since probably sometime in February. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, getting carried away, sidetracked. Charade, 1963. Audrey Hepburn. She was in a lot of good movies. She was in a lot of movies that I didn't like either. But hey, and Gary Grant. Most movies I have a Gary Grant I like. Most of his movies I like. I can't recall a movie that, I don't know, was there a movie of Gary Grant that I don't like? I don't know, I don't think so. Anyways. Thanks, Harry. It was fun watching Charade. I just got done watching it like half an hour ago. So I thought I'd hop over here in front of the computer, sit in front of the camera, and make a video. Thank you, gentlemen. Grumpy Old Gentleman on film. Charade. Later.